Welcome back to another edition of Catching Up. My name is John Barry, your host and sports communications director at Whitman College. Between the amateur draft and the trade deadline, July saw a lot of big news for Major League Baseball, but none bigger than our very own flamethrower, Jack Hostetler, signing a free agent deal with the Milwaukee Brewers. Jack, welcome to the show.
Thank you, John. Excited to be here. Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, we chatted a little bit over email, and you said you had signed on July 31st. You're already
Mhm.
in full swing now at Brewers Camp in Arizona. This past week just must have been a real whirlwind for you.
Yeah, just definitely a quick turnaround. I was up in Alaska playing summer ball. Got the call from my advisor. He said we might have an opportunity for you, and you know, uh, took about a day and decided, and then a couple days later, I was on a flight to Arizona. So yeah, it's been quick, but a lot of exciting stuff happening. So can't complain.
Yeah, Coach Kitamura told me that actually all 30 clubs had a chance to see you during the course of the season. Talk about some of the contact you had with the clubs past spring, heading into the summer, and how you arrived at the decision to forego your final season and play professionally.
Yeah, really, I would say most of the scouting that had been done on me was this year. It's the big year. It's your junior year. First year in college, you're eligible for the draft. And I also, additionally had made great strides leading into this year. So that was a big thing for me. Started getting in contact with some scouts. I think, yeah, in the fall we had a scrimmage uh, at one of the CCs. Um, and I connected with one scout there, and then throughout the spring, uh, talking to various teams, multiple of them coming out to talk and watch me throw. So it's been super exciting for sure. I'm grateful for sure for those opportunities, and yeah, then up in Alaska, we had kind of a showcase type of a thing where scouts were invited out and we had just one day, one scrimmage to play in front of the scouts, and that's when I got in contact with the Brewers. Sean Whalen, the Northwest area scout for the Brewers. We talked for a while after the game, and he's the guy that ended up signing me. So yeah, it worked out well for me.
Oh, fantastic. I should also mention that you did have an opportunity to play at Oregon State, but obviously decided to go professionally. When do you find out what affiliate you'll be playing for?
I don't know, to be honest. Right now, we're doing scrimmages with other teams in Arizona. So the other day we played the Royals, complex team. The rookie ball season is over now, so there's no, Arizona complex league games, but we are scrimmaging. I'm ramping up. My first bullpen here was today. Feeling good, but I'm hoping to be sent out sometime in the next couple weeks, but obviously it's not my decision. Just got to keep working hard and showing what I got. So yeah, I'm hoping I get sent to low A or high A or really wherever, but hoping to finish the season out because they end their season in September. So still got a little bit of time here.
Oh, okay. So your next steps will be at some point you'll be sent out, whatever team you're going to play for, and then will you start up with them in the fall probably, or is there other avenues that this might take?
Yeah. So so there is an invitational, like a instructional they call it here after the minor league season ends. So that goes until October. I'm not sure if I'll do that. That's by invitation. And then there's spring training, obviously, um, next year. So at some point I'll be in Arizona, training or doing whatever. And I really don't have too much information on where I'll be starting. It really just depends on kind of where I'm at. But yeah, the goal. for sure is get to one of those low A, low A or high A affiliates, by the end of the year here, and then start up with them again in the spring and see if I can climb the ladder from there. So yeah, a lot of stuff ahead, but obviously got to be earned.
It's
So
a big adventure coming up, I'm sure.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
so I just talked with Stephen Gall, who's our events and facilities director, and you know him, but he's also our broadcaster
Hmm.
for baseball. Does a fantastic job, I might add, along with Cody Miller, who's the GM for the Sweets.
Absolutely.
Um, but I wanted to run by him, see if he had anything he wanted to ask you, and he had this very specific question. He was He's a stats guy. He's pulling up stats showed that your walks have been decreasing for 9 innings for during the course of your career, and he wants to know what you did to help your command of your pitching over the years at Whitman.
Yeah, for sure. The biggest thing for me was mechanical. So first 2 years at Whitman, you might look at the numbers and say, I struggled a lot for sure, in terms of control and kind of commanding the zone a little bit. Um, Up until that point, I was kind of disregarding my mechanics, I would say. So I would say, yeah, so last summer, not this past one, but the one before, I really started, getting more serious about understanding my body and how I move, and kind of creating these checkpoints within my delivery so I could get, consistent with it. So, in the end of the day, consistency is what's going to breed, success. It's going to be, if I can repeat my delivery, I can throw strikes and I can throw the ball wherever I want, whenever I want. So that was the goal for me. And yeah, it's worked out well. Still sticking with my simple checkpoints, trying to keep it simple, So um, that's been the biggest thing for me, mechanics for sure.
Very nice, very nice. And last thing, I know, it was a very special season at Whitman, this last one. Talk about your experience at Whitman College, playing Whitman baseball, and just some of the memories you're taking away.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the I have a ton of good memories of Whitman. These last 3 years. Um, Yeah, made a lot of really good friends I'm gonna have forever for sure, and a lot of great connections on the coaching staff as well. Obviously, BK, super, great guy. Is connected, throughout the country, with all these different coaches, and there's a reason for that. He's a real stand-up guy. Super supportive of us. And Colby on the pitching side, super appreciative of what he's done for me. The big thing that I would say is that has changed this year is that I kind of earned their trust this year. So that's been a big thing for me. But well, I'm kind of getting off track here.
Oh,
The
keep going.
team,
This is awesome. Good.
the team. Yeah, man, I'm gonna miss those guys a lot this year for sure. Um, at some point, I'll be going back and visiting them, getting my stuff and getting my car. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've made some great connections there and friends for life for sure.
Well, listen, Jack, we're all super excited for you. It's just one of those situations where there's just going to be something new to follow you about, like the next level you're playing at, where you're playing, how much you're playing. I wish you all the best, and we're definitely going to keep track of where you are and how well you're doing. So, uh, I know you're pretty cramped for time, so get some rest or get back out to the field and good luck. All right.
For sure. Thank you, John. Thanks for having me on. I appreciate it.